So now you're telling me the Dollar Tree is Five Below now? And the Five Below is what? If you're not Five Below, then what are you? Because you're not Temu, you're not Shein, you're not you're not Dollar Tree, you're not Walmart. Dollar Tree and Five Below is such a freaking scam. It pissed me off to no end that I had to come in and make this video because I ventured out to try to get some semblance of a Mother's Day gift for the girls to give to their mom, because they've always made, stuff at school for Mother's Day. And this year I was like, you know what? Let's go out and buy something for her instead of, having something made. And they were very thrilled. And, they normally go to Five Below a lot. I don't really go there very often anymore since I've moved back to New York. Um, and when I walked in and I saw Dollar Tree and I saw the freaking Five Below scam going on, I said, now I got to make a video about this. So, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lena. And if you enjoyed this and I bring value to you, I hope you consider subscribing because I do a lot of different things here. Obviously, I'm doing a new series that is called Things on My YouTube Algorithm, which I'm going to vent in a little while about as well. I'm still covering Sex and the City. I haven't done one in a while. I'm doing it episode by episode, season by season. That will probably come up this weekend. And I have been rating other movies and TV shows. So I'm catching up. So I hope that one of these things will tickle your fancy and you decide to join my wonderful community. So let's get into this damn scam, okay? Because I don't know what else to call it. Piss me off. Oh my God. Story time. It was Saturday, day before Mother's Day. My son was taking out his girlfriend for the day because he wanted to celebrate Mother's Day with me. And, so he took her out Saturday. So I had the girls. I had no problem with that because I had already planned out that I was going to take them to get something for their mom. It was pouring rain out here in Long Island and it was fun because we got soaked. So we decided first to go to the Dollar Tree. Now this is in one of those strip malls that has different types of stores. So there was a Dollar Tree on one end and there was a Five Below on the other end. Okay. I haven't been to either one of these, and I'm just going to reverse the story to when I was in Miami, and I've gone to both. So I lived in Miami for 15 years. For people who didn't know, I'm a born and raised New Yorker. I moved there when I was 40, and I had just recently come back. So I spent a lot of time. It's a driving state, so there's a lot of these type of strip malls, and I kind of leaned towards more Five Below at the time, where things were actually five and below. And I picked up a couple of knickknacks. I didn't go crazy there. I love their blanket selection. They have really nice fluffy blankets. It's Temu adjacent stuff. You can find different things. You can find books, board games. I enjoyed that. I like the arts and crafts section. That was in Miami. Okay. And that was before Five Below became a whole other industry now. Okay. Dollar Tree. I've been to three of them out in Miami, and out of the three, one of them was at least decent enough to buy things that were worth your time to stand on the line. The other two were a travesty. Okay. But we'll get into that. So this is across the board now because now I'm in New York. I'm in Long Island. And I took the girls and we went to Dollar Tree because I was trying to find something to put whatever they wanted to get for their mom in either a basket, which I don't know why I was thinking I was going to find a freaking basket, first of all, day before Mother's Day, or any kind of, paraphernalia I could put, like maybe one of those nice big bags that should cost $1 at best. We walk in there and I'm going to tell you, I didn't take any recordings because I was with the girls and I still am not comfortable taking out my camera or taking out my phone recording. Haven't done that yet. I'll get into that. It was a bunch of junk, which I always expected. Okay. Their arts and crafts section was less arts, less craft, and just like a little shelf. I couldn't find anything to really put like a nice bag to put their stuff in and put like tissue paper and like ribbons. I was going to zhuzh it up. Let's start off with, there was nothing other than cleaning essentials. They didn't have the freezer section where it keeps the food. I didn't even find the tray pans that you would get, the aluminum tray pans. Okay. That wasn't even the part that set me off because again, I'm kind of used to Dollar Tree. Okay. The only Dollar Tree that I even ventured out was the new one that was created in Doral. And it had a lot of the essentials, the pans, the mops, stuff like that, but it was still garbage. Okay. I was walking through one of the aisles and I see this line. Okay. And I didn't understand where the line was coming from. The line to the cashier was all the way to the back of one of the aisles. And I looked at the girls. I'm like, no freaking way. They're like, yeah, I think so. It was an hour and a half line for one cashier in the entire store. One. Uno. There wasn't even someone on the floor. I was like, hell to the no. That's the first thing. And the items that are in that store, and I noticed that I didn't go to many others, are not $1, not even $1.25. I've seen items in there $1.75, $2, and they have this red button sticker, which I'm trying to understand what it is. So I started to go on TikTok because I'm like, I cannot be the only one that feels that I'm being scammed here. So the next the next clip is not the line that I encountered, okay, because I didn't record, but this is a running thing that's happening in TikTok. Let's take a look. Did you see that? There seems to be an epidemic in these dollar stores or Dollar Tree, specifically Dollar Tree that I went to, that they have one cashier in the entire store and the lines are out the door practically to get their items checked out. What in tarnation? Then I started to get flooded with Dollar Tree scams with the pricing and these red, but I'm like, also, it's not just me, right? So the funny thing is that I went into the dollar store and some of the stuff that should have been $3 is now marked up to $5. Remember that because that's coming back. So let's take a look at some of these other TikTokers who are complaining about the same thing because I'm not crazy. I refuse to convince myself that I'm crazy. Let's take a look.
Man, Dollar Tree be lying to you guys, man. Check this out. See those red little stickers, bro? Right behind it, $1.25, man. That's what we should be paying for these items. Now look at what they're advertising for. $1.75, man. They be lying to you right in your face.
What is happening? What is happening? So now you mean to tell me that dollar store is $1.25, $1.75, $2, even $3, even $5 for the crapiola that is at the same level or worse of Timu, okay? And you shouldn't even be charging $1 to begin with, okay? Because some of that crap, I don't believe for one furry ass minute that they should be charging $1. Sorry, I'm checking my mic to make sure I had it on because sometimes I go on a rant and I forget to turn on my mic. Fine. You have one person working in that entire store, not even someone on the floor. So I don't even understand how that logistically makes sense. Okay. I walked out of there without a bag, without a ribbon, without a tissue paper, with a whole lot of frustration, running in the rain with my two girls. We went to the Five Below that was just across the way. I was like, all right. I've never had a true bad experience with Five Below, but I just don't believe that a lot of their stuff should be even priced at $5. But it's never been a bad experience because there are some good stuff in there. Like I said, the blankets, the t-shirts that I don't wear because they don't fit me. But for other people, the weights, the hand weights, I saw, a lot of fitness stuff. I was like, all right. I never had a problem with any of the lines there. They don't have that problem that they have with Dollar Tree. You do self-checkout and there's someone right there watching. It's not because they want to help you. They're watching you. They're watching you. And I'm okay with that. Okay. We get in there. Fully stocked. It looks very nice. No recordings, but I'm going to share some clips with you on some of the way that some of these stores do look like. So let's take a look of some of these stores, not my clips, but from TikTok. Pretty much standard around most of these Five Belows. Okay. The problem I have is that they're not Five Below. They're $5.95 now. They're $7. I seen crap in there for $10. And when I tell you crap, what they're charging now, $5.95, and what Dollar Tree has for $5 now, I don't understand how this became. So now you're telling me the Dollar Tree is Five Below now? And the Five Below is what? If you're not Five Below, then what are you? Because you're not Timu, you're not Shein, you're not you're not Dollar Tree, you're not Walmart, that's for sure. So what is your brand? No entiendo. ¿Qué está pasando? I don't understand what's happening here. It pissed me off. Because when I'm walking around, if I go to a store that says Five Below, why am I seeing items for $7 to $10? And they're not luxury items. Oh no, it's crap. This fixation with squishies. These girls and everybody has these things with the squishies, and it's like almost like Cabbage Patch Kids on steroids. It's everywhere in the store, and every time we go there, it's a fight. They come home with a new squishy. I'm like, what is this fixation with squishies? The t-shirts, I give it to them. For kids, they have them on the rack, and they have the prices, which is not $5. But the girls got two, and I saw them. I was like, I don't know how long this is gonna last, but at least I will go with the blankets, the throw blankets. I'll buy that all day long. They have cheap ass makeup, cheap ass nail polish, body scrubs, body butter, all this crap that I'm telling you, they don't even sell that at Walmart. At least I don't think so. It's just garbage. And people are fixated with this stuff. And I'm like, I do like the fact that they have board games, though we have many of them, but they have some good old fashioned board games. Like I said, the weights, the fitness balls, stuff like that. Like it's still not $5. And I just got so infuriated. I'm like, I can't win. There's no winning here. Like they overstuff with Stanley cups, plastic cups, summer stuff. They 4th of July already. They have all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but the problem is that you're not marketing this as Five Below. Just the general 4th of July stuff, unless you're buying napkins, everything else is above $5. So what the hell? I'm sorry, but I can't be the only one. I had to come out and let this out, my frustration, because this got me so perturbed. Because by the time I walked out of that store, I was like left a lot of money out of my pocket. Let's put it that way. Okay. I'm like, this is unreal. I did get the bag, which was $5. I got the tissue paper, $5 for freaking tissue paper. Okay. Got ribbon for $3. Ooh. You know what? I could have done better going to Walmart. I have a feeling that I probably would have done better going to Walmart. There's something inside me that I should have gone to Walmart because you get attracted to the brand Five Below, Dollar Tree, when you probably can make better choices and options at Walmart. I'm sorry to say. I'm not sure about Target because I've lost love for Target, a long time ago. That place has lost its plot. So listen, other than that, the mom was happy. She, I zhuzhed it up. I made it very pretty. She had a really good time unwrapping it. It was a gift from the girls, so she was happy, and that made me happy. Then my Mother's Day was great. My son took me out to see the movie Michael, though I had seen it already. He wanted to go out and see it with me. I am so impressed about my son because he started to know about Michael, of course, after his death, because my son was born in 1995 and he's not going to remember Michael, right? So he started getting interested in him when he saw the Michael play on Broadway. I was like, whoa, I didn't know that. So he was like, yeah, I want to go see it with you. I went to the movies and I cried again in all the right places because it's my childhood. My son's like, why are you crying? I'm like, it's like, son, you just don't understand. This was my whole childhood, I still have the problems with the movie that I have, but at least the music was good. And I still don't believe that Jafar really looked like Michael. There's certain angles that he does, but he sounds so much like him. It was creepy, creepy. And then we went out to sushi, restaurant in Garden City. Beautiful. I love Garden City, Long Island. It's gorgeous. And I had two mango martinis, some sushi, and then I couldn't walk to the car. I was drunk. I can't hold my liquor. I can't even. And we came home. I fell asleep on the couch that you see me on right now. And I think I remember waking up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and that's all she wrote. So other than that, great time. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if anybody else feels like, you know what? I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to end it yet. You know what upset me too? Because I don't know if you follow any of these Dollar Tree DIY people that are on YouTube. I feel like they must be ambassadors for this brand because whenever you see them at the Dollar Tree, it's always fully stocked. They always have a huge arts and craft section. They always seem to have no one there. So I don't know where the people are. You never see the lines. They always, and I'm not going to call any one person out because there's one that I do follow. And I think that as a person, she seems great on camera, but I'm not buying what she's selling anymore. Because these Dollar Trees that they're going to, I don't know what state they're in, but they're not in Miami and they're not in New York. So they could be out west somewhere in the middle country. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that whatever they got going on over there is not what I feel that I have going on here. And this is now the third time I've seen this. And I kind of sort of watch like her religiously, not religiously, but whenever she comes up and I kind of see what she's doing. Oh, new finds at dollar store and these DIYs. And I'm like, at first I was obsessed with it. And now I just look at it and I'm like, mm-mm. I've been to these stores. Where you be at? Other than that, I had a great Mother's Day. Let me know your thoughts. I had to rant. Thank you for listening to me, seriously, because I couldn't get it out on Saturday because I had the girls. I couldn't get it on Sunday because I was with my son, even though I told him a little bit and he was laughing. He was like, well, why are you so upset? I'm like, well, son, because when something says Five Below, it should be Five Below. He was like, oh, yeah, okay, mom. You got that right. Pissed me off. And now it's Monday and I'm here ranting because this is how I share my life. This is not a YouTube algorithm. This was just a rant. Let me know your thoughts. Do you go to Dollar Tree and go in and walk out and just be like, no? Have you stand on those lines and said, for the love of God, is this worth a fucking excuse me, a freaking $1.25, $1.75, $3? Have you noticed the price changes? And what about your Five Below? Are you sick of the squishies? What is this consumption of this stuff? If you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, well, at least thank you for listening to me. Listen, I got another video coming up I have to record. And I hope that you enjoyed this one and that you consider ranting and raving and joining my community because from here to around the world that I reach, I want to wish you a blessed day, a blessed night, week, weekend, month, year. Because you know what? We all can use a little fun and joy. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye. Mwah.